All men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Life, liberty, and the
If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Make America great again.
The Big Nerd.
All men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
life, liberty, and the
If liberty
All men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
life, liberty, and the
If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Make America great again.
The Big Nerd.
Welcome back. Yep. It's the Big Mig Show. George Ballantine, Lance Miliaccio. And you know what it means. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. And we're going to do that every single episode. Going to try to bring you the facts, the sauce, the evidence, the receipts. I really don't care what you call it, but that's how we do it. We throw it down. We'll still talk about Epstein. We're going to bring you the right interviews. You name it, we do it. That's what the show is all about. It's a variety show. George B, what's up, bro?
Lance M. Nothing. I hope everybody enjoyed the interview this morning on the Crypto Show with Joby Weeks. It was a doozy, man. Let me tell you. But it's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna call it Hump Week. Lance might. Oh, you can't do it. It's Hump Day. Blah blah blah. I'm single. I'm calling it Hump Week. I'm gonna do me the way it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. You're just trying to. You're trying to.
What?
Oh, here. See if you understand this. Okay.
Wait.
Well,
Understand
yes,
what?
sir.
What are you saying? Understand what?
that's the problem. You give somebody some power, just like the government. George
I
will
tell you
abuse
what,
it.
Lance.
He's got power and he's abusing it.
I tell you
That's
what,
he's doing.
you can start next week open your computer, start doing the production. I'll sit back and just commentate.
Yeah, it probably
What's
wouldn't
up?
be as good a show though. Probably sucked for a while. It'd take me a little bit, but I did do that before. Remember before we?
You didn't
hooked
do
up.
that. What bullshit?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was doing the production when I was doing the radio show.
What kind of
Remember, I was
fucking
doing-
production were you doing, Lance? That
I
wasn't
actually-
production. Get out of here with that shit.
No, actually, I was.
Come
I
on,
was doing-
bro. That wasn't
Okay.
real production.
All right.
Get out of here.
I
Save
actually
that.
was doing the gifts and everything.
Save it.
I really was. You kind of forget that, but I actually
I don't
was
forget.
doing
I didn't
it.
forget it. Save it.
Yeah. You know, I used to do. I'd put photos.
All right.
up
So
and
you know
videos.
what? You better download Wirecast on your other computer and get to
On
it.
what computer? Oh, maybe on the other one. Yeah, you might right. It might work.
I know
on
I'm
that.
right.
I don't think it'll work on this old Mac that I'm using.
No.
I can't help myself though. You know me. I even have a brand new phone and I still haven't set it up.
Yep.
All right. So here we are. If you like the show, thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe. You can do the $5 subscription. We love you for it. Thank you very much. We had a big surge in subscriptions this week. So great stuff. Thank you so very, very much for that. It means the world to us. And we actually appreciate it. You know, it means that you like what we're doing. Everybody on this show, guaranteed to keep their man card, the men and women of this show. I don't know how to say woman card. I'm not sure that sounds the same, but you guys know what I mean. We love everybody. So we're happy you're here. A couple of guys from back east throwing it down, a little edgy maybe. Once in a while we curse. Anyway, it is what it is. And of course, if you'd like to sponsor the show, info@thebigmig.com. All right. Listen, let's kick it off a little. Thank you for the sponsors. Gold and silver. George, what did silver hit? Are we at $90? Do we top 90 yet?
Yeah, it's over 90 now.
$90 silver. Wow. Silver stackers out there, they're like partying like it's 1999. But of course, we've been telling you for a long time, gold and silver. We love our buddies over at the Genesis Gold Group team. And what's this baby here? That's the Prepper Bar. 62.2 grams of pure silver or gold. This one's silver. Of course, easily broken down in your choice of 3 different denominations. You can see those little pieces. You can snap it off. Very, very incredible utility. Great invention by the guys over at Genesis Gold. Doesn't matter whether this is for diversification, asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or of course, the Prepper Bar's very unique utility for barter and trade. Makes a perfect gift for all those precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively mined and minted in the great US of A. Comes with an assay report. So let me tell you right now, the counterfeit gold and silver is going off the chain over on eBay. Be careful. If you're going to buy gold and silver, put it in your IRA. Check with the guys at Genesis Gold Group and talk to them first. Very low pressure sales place. These babies will fit in your wallet. Perfect to sit inside the gun safe. Great for the rafters, your underwear drawer. Who cares? Keep it, store it, save it. Again, all caps Prepper is going to be your promo code because we always want to give you guys a discount. 10% off on the silver, 5% off on the gold. That you can head over to thebigmigbar.com, or if you like, take a snapshot of that QR code. That'll take you right to the website directly there. Thebigmigbar.com. All caps Prepper for the promo. 2 P's in the middle. 888-526-7154. 888-526-7154. And tell them George Ballantine sent you. Bigmigbar.com.
Break me off a piece of that Prepper Bar.
All right. Did it? All right. So
what?
I've got to tell you, I know the Minneapolis stuff has been in cycle a lot, but you also know this show, we always want people to pay. They want to be accountable for their actions, us included. And finally, Trump goes out on a limb and says, we will lock up fraudsters, politicians, and public officials. They're going to imprison them. That's what they say. How many of them are guilty? I don't know yet. I've heard rumors about Tim Waltz, Ilhan Omar. They're allegations. Nobody's been convicted yet. The Leering Center and many other fraudsters. Nick Shirley caught one of the guys out in Beverly Hills driving his Ferrari. When he brought up the daycare centers, the guy looked like he turned white. He was not a white guy. We're going to dig into that because I think we might finally see some arrests. Now, these aren't deep state arrests. They're going to be new arrests related to fraud and theft, but hopefully it'll be a lot of them. All right, let's kick it off. I'm not a fan of the Federal Reserve. I think it's a sham. Anybody that knows the history knows about it. I love what AI does when it comes to these kinds of animations. So I wanted to play with this for you guys because I thought it was really great the way they did it. And I think it sends a great message. And maybe you don't know about the Federal Reserve. Maybe this will help you understand why it's a bunch of bullshit. There is nothing federal or reserve about the Federal Reserve.
Go.
Jekyll Island, November 1910. 7 bankers meeting in secret to create America's central bank. We just can't call it that.
The 1907 panic nearly destroyed us. Banks failed, fortunes vanished.
We want to control America's money supply, create booms, trigger busts, and profit from both. And how will we do that?
We'll create money from nothing, loan it to the government, and charge interest. Legal counterfeiting, my friends.
But there's a cost. Every dollar we print steals value from existing dollars. It's a hidden tax that flows directly to us.
And it gets worse. If we ever get off the gold standard, governments can print money for wars. Endless wars become possible and profitable.
Since Americans hate central banks, we'll call it the Federal Reserve. Sounds governmental, doesn't it? It's not. The president will appoint board members, but we'll pick who he appoints. We'll have 12 regional banks. Looks decentralized, democratic even, but New York banks control them all. That's us. You're probably wondering how we're going to get this through Congress. December 23rd, 1913. Most of Congress home for Christmas. Perfect timing for passing unpopular legislation. I'll publicly oppose our own bill in Congress. They'll pass it thinking they beat Wall Street. We'll fund university chairs, write the textbooks. They'll teach our system as economic science. Beautiful. Every American born after this will inherit debt on money we created from nothing. Generational servitude. The Federal Reserve. Not federal, no reserves. But everyone will think it's their government protecting them.
Good afternoon.
Sounds like a plan to me.
You know, maybe Jerome Powell finally face some consequences. I hope that Donald Trump has it in his plan to end the Fed, baby. We need to get rid of it. There's no reason that any independent company should make trillions of dollars off of us and charge us to print our money and do it with a fiat currency that they're not even backing. I don't want to hear it. And I'll be honest with you, I want to claw back all the money they made. I want to claw back from all those banks and from all the owners of the Federal Reserve. The Rothschilds, the Warburg Pincus families, all of them. Let's just clean them out, baby.
Let's do it.
So
all right,
lock them up, George. Lock them up.
All right, I'm gonna do this story anyway because Trump was in Michigan today, right? And you say like, you know, where have I heard this before? Lock them up. Where have we heard this before? Oh wait, in 2016 at all those rallies, lock her up, clearly hinting. Could have locked her up, but what did we get? We got nothing. We got Russiagate. That big, you know, she was, you know, did the Russiagate on him. Still didn't get locked up. So do I have high hopes for this one? No. I think it's just Trump being Trump. I don't understand. Like, you would think a guy that's got put through the system unlawfully, went after his family, went in his wife's underwear drawers. You know what it is? And they knew not to step over this line. Because if they would have did it, then they knew it would have been the end. If they would have went after Barron, just mess with him, it would have been the end. That Trump would definitely no holds barred because Melania would be furious. So they were smart enough to leave Barron alone. But, you know, after being put in jail, locked up, have your mugshot taken, not only in New York, in Georgia, trying to get him in Washington, D.C., you would think you were like, nah, you know what? Payback's a bitch. They committed real crimes. There's real offenses here. Let's lock them up and show them who's boss, who's the king. I'm gonna the king. They'll hate that. Oh my God, he's saying the king. You know, but no, we ain't got nothing.
I'm more vindictive than Trump. If somebody did to me what they did to him and I had the goods on them, I would have probably gone on the raids to pick them up. I literally, you know, and I know we're going to cover the story later, but the Clintons, they're not going to show up for their depositions. They wouldn't make it a half hour after they just decided not to show up.
Want to play the clip?
The difference. Yeah, we want to play the clip. The difference between me and him is I have to be honest, guys. I'm a vindictive son of a bitch. I don't do that to other people. But if somebody comes off the curb on me, they better hope for the best but expect the worst.
Now let's go.
Attorney General for fraud. He's a fantastic young guy. He's so impassioned to do this properly. We intend to imprison any fraudster, politician, or public official involved in these sick plots to loot and pillage our country. Think of that Ilan Omar. She lives in Somalia. They don't have a government. They don't have a military. They don't have police. They don't have anything. All they have is murder and robbing ships, bringing in ships, pirates. That's stopped. Same missile, ping. That's the end of them. It's amazing how that can stop corruption. Those missiles, they never miss, you know. The same one, exactly the same one. But think of it. She comes from a country with nothing, and she comes.
Yep. There's high hopes, but, you know, I always tell people never get high expectations on anyone. This way, you'll never be disappointed. Good advice. Do I have high hopes on this? No, I'm not putting high expectations because
I'm going to leave the grind on them.
Huh?
Here's my thing. I'm not going to give them that room. I expect arrests.
Well, give who that room?
Voted for.
Who?
I expect arrests on all of this. I expect
you expect arrests when he got into office too, right?
I expect arrests before this is over with his term. I'm going to keep pushing and complaining and bringing it, and I'm going to keep posting and going into feeds, and I'm going to keep saying things because I voted for accountability, transparency, accountability, and consequences, and that's it. For me, that's it. I don't care about the rest of it. I'm not saying we don't need to fix the economy and all the rest of the stuff. I want to see these fuckers locked up, especially all these scumbags that have defrauded the Medicare and Medicaid system. And I got to watch my mom have to pay her deductibles when maybe she wouldn't have a deductible if these fuckers hadn't stolen all the money. Trust me, I got to say this. If they want Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton to show up for their subpoenas, just give me 5 minutes in a room with either one of them. I'll guarantee you by the time I'm done with them, they'll show up. 5 minutes and I get no criminal charges. Bill and Hillary will do it.
You get 5 minutes, no criminal charges, they'll show up?
Well, maybe they'll show up. It depends on whether the ambulance will have to get them there.
I'll tell you this. You give me if I don't get in trouble, you give me 5 minutes with them, they'll never show up anywhere else in their life. Because it's over. Anyway.
All right.
So Trump is actually
those are dreams. Dreaming.
That's not dreams.
All right.
Trump is actually fought back a little bit today. Shocker, huh?
And justified, right?
Well, right. He actually gave somebody the finger and told him, fuck you. At the Ford plant, they're walking on the, up top, I forget, whatever they're walking. And somebody calls Trump, he shouts at Trump, he goes, pedophile protector. And this is and he gives the Ford plant worker the finger, Trump, and he says, fuck you. I thought it was great. I wonder if that guy's still going to have a job.
No.
You want to bet he will? You want to bet he will? Because he's union and it's freedom of speech.
I'll bet they'll demote him into some shitty job.
Okay, union.
Because if I was the head of that Ford plant, union or not, that guy would get jacked. I'd have him cleaning toilets for the rest of his time.
Okay, a union job. You can't.
Doesn't matter. I'd demote him. I'd tell the union to fuck off. I'd be like, sorry, go screw yourself.
Yeah. Okay, let's play this great clip.
You know, if he was 50, he might have come down and punched the guy in the face because Trump's not a small guy. I'm not saying he can throw hands, but you never know.
He's 80 years old, man. Come on.
I know, but if he was 50, do you think he might have gone down? He might have gone down if he was 50. I don't know.
Not if he's a president, because Secret Service was never allowed to happen. I mean, he could send a couple Secret Service guys. Yo, I feel threatened. Go grab that guy. Bring him in the back.
Yeah, bring him in the back. Exactly. Do it like a casino style. Hey, they want the pit boss wants to talk to you over here. Yeah. Take him in the back and slap him around. Hold him. I'll slap him. All right. Maybe hit him with a golf club. He could have hit him with a golf club. He still has a mean swing. All right. Starting February 1st, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities.
Why February 1st? Why not today? Why not tomorrow?
I don't know. And maybe because he wants to celebrate on the 1st. I have no idea. But he says they do everything possible to protect criminals. And I agree with this. Screw these sanctuary cities.
Well,
let's do it. I've always said hit them in the wallet.
Like I said, if Minneapolis didn't have their sanctuary city status, then Minneapolis police would have been out on the roads with ICE, making sure, protests ain't getting out of control. They're not blocking roads. Police would be doing their jobs. No, because they're a sanctuary city, they don't do it. You see the police out there now with the protesters and ICE out when they're out there right now, the last few days? I didn't really think I seen any. I don't know. But let's play the clip. February 1st, huh? All right.
Additionally, starting February 1st, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities because they do everything possible to protect criminals at the expense of American citizens, and it breeds fraud and crime and all of the other problems that come. So we're not making any payment to anybody that supports sanctuary cities.
You know, Lance, I have a question for you. Since Trump is likes putting, on February 1st, we're cutting off the funding. On January 20th, 10% cap on interest rates for credit cards for a year. Then all these other things. Maybe we need to, on this show, because we do know that Trump watches and Scavino, maybe somebody watches too. Maybe we need to start putting dates on when we want certain people arrested by.
Okay, well, let me play. When do we want to arrest?
Now.
We want it now. So if you're watching Dan or DJT, Mr. President, I don't want to wait. I don't need February 1st, March 1st. I just want to see these people get racked and jacked. I want stun guns. I want tasers. I want flashbangs. I want media coverage. If you need us to cover, we'll sign the waiver that if we get hurt while we're shooting, while you guys are doing the event, the arrest, we won't sue. So if you want us to sign the waiver, the big mig will come there. But I want all the stuff. I want tear gas. I want the invasion of those homes. I want to hit that door with a battering ram. Okay, I want to go in there and I want to get Hillary Clinton crying, drag her out, tie her, and put her on a pole.
You need to start asking for that. What's the name of that gun they use in Venezuela on the military? The one where it's like
directed energy weapon.
That's what you should be asking for that, bro.
Yeah. No, but I want a lot of action. I want to get, I want to get the flash bangs. I want to hit the house. When we hit these people, when we go after Ray, Brennan, Clapper, Comey, I want all the bells and whistles. I don't want this, you guys can self-surrender and nope. I want no bonds because they're all flight risks as far as I'm concerned. And I want to rack them and sack them. Okay. I want to go full and anybody hesitates, you hit them with the bean bags. I want less lethal because I want them to have to stand trial. So I don't want you to shoot them. I want the full smorgasbord of less lethal. Everything you guys got in the battery, even those claymores that have the rubber bullets, set some claymores up in case I want it all, baby. I want it all.
You know what I want?
What do you want?
I want better sleep. I want better sleep for you, bro. What if your only resolution this year was to get better sleep? Just imagine how much more energy you'd have. You'd handle stress better. Pretty much all of your goals would be easier. Right? They'd be easier. Think about that. That's why the smart way to start 2026 is with CBD from CB Distillery. Get this now. Over 90% of CBD customers say they sleep better with CBD. That's tough to beat. And when you sleep better, everything feels easier. And CB Distillery has options for more than just sleep. They got solutions for stress relief, mood, and pain after workouts. You can shop by benefits so it's easy to find what you're looking for. See this? Ooh, this is ointment cream. If you have any pain, muscle aches, anything, this works great. I used this after my knee replacement surgery. I only had this and Tylenol. No narcotics. None. I'm telling you, it works great. Everything from CB Distillery is premium quality. Third-party tested and free of artificial dyes or fillers. And they have over 2 million happy customers and 100% money-back guarantee. So if you're ready to start the new year off right, go to cbdistillery.com. Use my code, BIGMIG, for 25% off. That's cbdistillery.com. Use code BIGMIG, 25% off. cbdistillery.com. Now, specific product availability depends on individual state regulations. I got the QR code up on the screen. Take a screenshot, save it to your photo files, and it'll take you right to the site. But we got more leaning to do here on this show.
So for our smart TV watchers, the people that are on smart TV, Rumble to smart TV, we're going to start putting up QR codes.
I've been putting them up. Putting them up. You didn't see it?
No, I know you did. And that's so you can find, I don't know if you can put QR codes that close together. I don't know. Will it work if you put them that? I don't know. Anyway, but that's for Rumble and that's for YouTube. And if you want to find us so you can follow us, so you can get more of the shenanigans here on the Big Mig Show.
Is that better for you, buddy?
I think it. Thank you. That was so nice. Thank you, George. So there's one there for Rumble with the green and one there with the YouTube. Got the logos on them. If you take a snapshot of those, that'll show you where to follow us. So Smart TV, we love you guys. I know we've been expanding on Smart TV, Roku, Apple, and others. So listen, if you want to come and follow the show so you don't miss any episodes and you can catch us on your computer and otherwise or on your phone, that's where you take a snapshot of those. So YouTube and or Rumble.
Okay. So I keep telling people, like, if if there's a pretty broad across from you and you don't really normally date, you don't think you're a good looking guy, you don't have confidence, and she's all up in your business, it might be too good to be true, especially if you got some kind of position in the government. Because
was this a chick that set this up? Because I know this story, but I did not.
It was a chick. Yeah, you're gonna hear her voice.
Okay.
But if you look at some points on him and look at that dumb look on his face, like I'm getting lucky, like stupid. He got got put on. I don't know if he's on suspension with no pay right now because of this that just came out.
The elite law enforcement of the Secret Service. Elite.
This is a Secret Service agent talking to some chick at a bar, having drinks and eating, telling her about his detail and stuff, telling her stuff that he's not supposed to be talking about. But
so he was working on JD Vance's protective detail,
and
he talked about protective formations, sensitive security information, shift schedules, travel plans, and real-time locations. So basically just perfect. If it had been somebody that was working as a foreign government agent, they'd probably know exactly where to take out JD Vance if they wanted to. So this is really embarrassing for Secret Service. But look, I say it over and over again. George says it over and over again. Don't think because somebody's got an FBI badge or they got a Secret Service badge or they're CIA that they're some ultra super smart super law enforcement, because it's a bunch of garbage. I'm not telling. They're just normal men and women that got that job for their background. I'm not saying the people at the CIA, some of them have a higher education, but let's face it. I bet you there's a bunch of people in our audience that are much sharper, have better street smarts than somebody with 2 or 3 college degrees, maybe even a PhD. How many have met an academic that was just a complete idiot? I've met many. Yes, sure, they've got brain power in their field, but if you ask them common sense about something like George just told him, George would know. Like if George would be like suspicious right away, he'd be like, okay, what's this chick up to? Especially if George was Secret Service, he would be a suspicious son of a bitch because he's suspicious now. Before the show, he'd be like, what do you mean there's this? What are you getting that from? I got to run it and check it. Better check AI. Are you sure that story's legitimate? I mean, I feel like I'm getting fucking grilled to do a show. It's like having on the, like I got
That's
a police
because
force.
you're easily.
If it was George, he'd put a light on me and he'd be like, are you sure about that story, Miliacho? Where were you when you got that story? Fuck.
Well, let's
trust me.
Hold on.
As a Secret Service agent,
fucker.
He'd be a suspicious mofo.
Let's give more context to me doing that with you, because Lance a lot of times will grab stories, but they're fake stories. He doesn't really check. He's one of them gullible people. Lance would be the Secret Service agent telling the broad all the stuff. That's what Lance be.
You know it's really
stop.
funny.
I let you talk. So
No.
I'm looking out for Lance's best interest too.
No,
our credibility.
It's actually good. It's not so much that you do it; it's the way that you do it. I feel like I'm walking down the street in New York, and all of a sudden I got fucking New York detectives. Miliacho, what? And all I'm doing is eating a slice.
You know what,
of
Lance?
pieces.
I didn't.
That's
You know
what?
what?
I feel like.
I apologize to you. I didn't realize you were this sensitive.
No, I'm not sensitive.
No, what?
I'm just making
in
a
the
point.
chat. Does he seem fucking sensitive?
I'm just making.
Nah, he's sensitive. You're sensitive.
But I'll tell you,
it's all right, bro.
I wouldn't be a Secret Service guy that would have.
I
this issue. I'll
apologize.
tell you why.
Your feelings
I'll
are
tell you why
valid.
I wouldn't have this issue.
Your feelings are valid.
Even if I was single, I believe that when you become a Secret Service agent, it changes your personal life in a dramatic way, and you have to be willing to accept that. And if I was a Secret Service agent, I would be taking information to the grave. Again, because if you're at that level and you're protecting the Vice President of the United States or the President of the United States, you've made a decision to give up a lot of things in your life. So even if I was single, my dating world, I don't even know if I would tell him I worked for the Secret Service. I'd probably lie. I'd probably tell him I was a car salesman or something else, or I was a salesperson that had to travel a lot. I would probably just make up some story because I would feel like. Go ahead.
Do you think that the chick went up to him, or she was just flashing him like, looks and stuff, and he got the cojones to go up to her? What do you think?
I think it's a combination. I think the guys over at Keith Media do a great job. And I think that they might.
What's it got to do with anything?
Because that's who got this.
I know, but
story.
do you think that when she was going to target him, did she give him looks and stuff?
The question.
All right, well, answer the damn question then. Get to it. Why you got to dance around it like that?
I believe that people are foolish, even the people that are Secret Service agents. I wouldn't be surprised that O'Keefe is scanning, trying to find people maybe on Tinder, maybe in their Facebook accounts and their personal Twitter accounts. I think it's like these, because you get them in your feeds, right? You get these stupid bots that send these things in our DMs, right? And it's like when you have a show or otherwise, it's like, oh, I noticed you and I think you're interesting or whatever the fuck they lie about, right? I think that some of these people are out there and they start the engagement. If O'Keefe would never give his playbook out, but I think his playbook is they try to make a casual interaction. Oh, you're in Detroit? I'm in Detroit. Oh, let's go have a drink or let's go have some coffee or let's meet for lunch. And the girl's hot and that's how they do it. And I think some of these guys, again, I think if you're a Secret Service agent or you're working for the Central Intelligence Agency or you're working in some of the DIA or others, I think you're making a decision to serve the country. And I think you have to be willing to take that information to the grave and you have to modify your behavior.
Well,
that's what I think. Let's play the clip.
All right, never mind.
Can I see your badge again with your photo? You're so cute.
A current Secret Service agent on Vice President J.D. Vance's security detail.
When he's like walking, like where are you?
Follow him. We'll have at least a minimum head and
gives away vital high-level security information to our undercover journalists.
We have different shifts. We have shift.
Tells her about detailed future travel plans for the Vice President, and even sends her pictures with location metadata revealing where the President's convoy was located, potentially violating both the Secret Service NDA and United States federal law. And Tomas is fully aware of this. Quote, I sign paperwork, so if I don't have to give out information, I never do, otherwise I get in trouble. You really have to stand in awe of the lack of self-awareness.
Did you vote for Biden?
Yes, I did actually.
No. What do you think about like all the ICE stuff going on?
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
They're employing taxes that shouldn't be employed.
Can I see your badge again with your photo? You said you were training. It was your training?
Yeah, that's like 4 years ago.
You're so cute.
We met Thomas on the dating app Tinder in October. There he is with Kamala Harris.
How did you get picked to do like vice president?
Not by choice, it's just they talk to you and they let you know. It's like, hey, eventually you're going to have to go down to D.C.
Okay.
All roads lead to D.C. now when you're career. So you can go to the president's detail, the vice president's detail, what we call counter surveillance division, so that's undercover stuff.
So what are his kids like?
Go to school with them.
Oh.
Yeah, and we follow them everywhere. It's a 24/7. There is no lack of coverage. Not like it's a babysitter or Twitter R. It's a weird one that we always talk about. Like, what the fuck is this? But you can't do nothing.
Oh, you can't do anything.
No, we can't do anything.
So like when he's like walking, like where are you?
Follow him.
Just follow him.
It's a group of us. We surround, make a bubble. Yeah. We'll have at least a minimum head and now that I'm on the vice president's actual details, a little different because we have different shifts. We have shift. He went to Minnesota last week.
Okay.
So we sent out a team ahead of time before he went there. Ahead of time.
Okay.
So they do the security advance for that. Depending on what it is, you liaison with our field office out there, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, and any other federal law enforcement, depending on what we're doing. Come up with a plan to secure where he's going to be at, the airport, the route from each place that he's going to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If he's staying in a hotel, then we have someone else that we have to set that up.
Oh my God.
You're so cute. What a fucking goober. Okay, he's a goober. And I hate to say it, he looks like he could be Dan Bongino's brother. He looks like he'd be like Dan Bongino's little brother. I'm just telling you, this is crazy. It is. I mean, and what a goober. So listen, even if I was Secret Service, I'm not a goober. There's nobody, and I would never be saying that. The problem is that you get this level of insecurity, and now a woman is flirting with him, just falling all over himself. I'm embarrassed for him. I was embarrassed watching that video. I'm embarrassed.
So
pull that guy's man card. Pull it now, George.
If you're allegedly a man, you work for the government, and and you're single or not, but there's a hot chick coming up to you trying to ask you questions and flirting with you. I don't know. Maybe give her a pat down first. that might not work, but you know, just say you want to make sure she's a woman and pat her down for cameras or something. I don't fucking know. Or I have something wand them. Come on, how dumb can you people be?
Dude, this is just gooberness. This is a guy that probably has never had a really attractive woman flirt with him.
Attractive woman, he probably doesn't get laid in a lot.
Listen, okay, I know why he doesn't get laid, because he's a goober. He's a goober. Man. He doesn't have a man card. Somebody pull that, Bongino, pull that guy's man card. He doesn't deserve a man card. All right. Man, Gooberville. Got to take a short break. And when we come back, Lance Migliaccio, George Ballantyne. While you're on the break, everybody in the mod, everybody in the chat, take the live link, share it across your social media. Let's bring in everybody. Let's freaking go. Comer, House Oversight Committee, going to take action to hold Bill Clinton in contempt. Not sure what that's going to mean, but they're going to do it. Bill Clinton, contempt. We'll be right back here on the Big Mig Show.
I want to win.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.
All right, welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Here we host Sensitive Lance Migliaccio, yours truly, George Ballantyne. We got the Big Mig Mafia in the chat, Big Mig Army. Listen, if you're out there watching and listening, come join the chat if you can. If you're at work and listening, don't get in trouble.
Yeah,
keep your job.
I want to
hold on. No, I'm not done.
It's a goober-free zone. This is a goober-free zone.
All right. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, like, follow, share, subscribe button, which is the red Big Mig Mafia button. $5 a month subscription truly helps out with overhead and everything else. All right, let's get back to the nitty gritty. So, James Comer said the House Oversight Committee will move to take action to hold former President Bill Clinton in contempt of Congress since he failed to appear for his testimony, which was yesterday under federal subpoena. Now, it's my understanding that President Bill Clinton and Hillary, because she got subpoenaed too, that they already sent paperwork in and that they're not going to show up, that there's the reasons why they shouldn't have to. They answer whatever questions that they asked. Well, Lance, when Bannon didn't abide to subpoena, how many days did it take before they locked his ass up?
They started filing for it immediately. Same thing for Peter Navarro. They did it to everybody. There's nobody that they haven't ever immediately gone for lockup. So, the process when it comes to Republicans is they're like a bunch of pussies. I got to be honest. As soon as they sent the letters and said they weren't going to show up, I'd have fucking gone after him and said, well, they already told me they weren't showing up, so I'm going after them.
All right, so hold on. Let's do something. Let's do a clip.
If you're not going to show up, you should lose your Secret Service detail. Both of them should lose their Secret Service detail.
Let's do a clip right now. And we could do this every day until they get either lock them up. So, Representative James Comer, Lance and George here from the Big Mig Show. You said you're going to hold the Clintons in contempt of Congress for failing to appear for your subpoena. Well, I don't see any arrests yet on them, too. What's going on? Hello? We're going to do this every day, and I'm going to take these clips and I'm going to fucking post it to your account.
Comer, don't be a pussy. Let's lock some people up. Let's get some bite in the dog, man. I'm tired of you guys. We're going to have a hearing. We're going to stop all that bullshit. Start fucking arresting some people, bro. Start arresting people, Comer.
Bro.
Enough's enough.
Let's play the clip.
By the committee in a bipartisan manner, we will move next week in the House Oversight Committee markup to hold former President Clinton in contempt of Congress. So with that, be happy to answer any questions real quick.
Now, this was last night, this clip came out. We will do it next week. Why not do it this week?
Why not do it that day, same day?
All right, whatever. Okay, whatever. Maybe he's in committee hearings and he's dealing with all that. Maybe he's a little tired. Okay, why not? Like, why next week? Why? What? Just hold him in contempt. Do the paperwork. Have one of your lackeys there to work for you to do it. I mean, geez. You know what? You know what that is? He's doing that because he's giving them time. Giving him time. He's a bitch.
Telling you what? No bite in the dog. A bunch of bullshit. I'm going to stomp our feet. We're upset. Clinton didn't show up. We'll talk about it next week. That's bullshit. They should have already had the contempt order. The second he didn't show up, you should have already had it because he sent you paperwork and said he wasn't coming.
Maybe.
You should have had it in your hand and said, I've got the contempt order right here.
I have the answer.
Go arrest his ass.
I just thought of it.
What?
Since Hillary's supposed to appear today, maybe he wants to wait for her to defy it so he can just do a twofer.
Screw that.
What?
Should have had the paperwork ready to go the second he didn't show up. See, here's the problem.
What's better than one Clinton being locked up? Two together, bro. Come on.
Listen, but you could have had her paperwork ready tomorrow. You could have been ready. You don't need a twofer. You could grab him and grab her. Here's my thing. I'm tired of congressional pussies. They're all over the place in D.C.
But she's got to defy it. Today's the day she's supposed to come, so you got to give her.
Let's get some pipe hitters in there.
You got to give it to the end of the day, end of session today.
Yeah.
For her to defy it, and then boom.
I'm telling you, I want all the dressing.
I mean, Comer.
Flashbangs, tasers, I want it all.
Comer.
When do I want it? I want it now.
It would be great news for us to do on Monday that Hillary and Bill got arrested over the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I want black hoods. I want all of it.
All right. Let's do this.
All right.
This SCOTUS because
I just want transgender in sports. Yep.
So Justice Sam Alito, ripped the attorney's argument. He hit her with such intellect. I don't think she knew what she was doing.
He's a smart guy. I agree.
This just proves that what they're trying to do is BS. They heard so they're hearing arguments. I think it was this whole week. but on whether laws from Idaho and West Virginia that ban biological males from playing in girls and women's sports. That it says violate the Constitution's guarantee of equal protection and the landmark law known as Title. What is that? Title 11? Yeah, right. X and 1, Title 11. So you got two biological males. They're Lindsay. What the hell kind of name is that? Lindsay? Okay, Lindsay Hecox of Idaho and Becky Pepper Jackson of West Virginia. They sued their states, claiming they discriminate based on sex and transgender status. Well, first of all, there shouldn't be any transgender status. That's your first mistake right there. But they claim the state's laws have every transgender female. They ban every transgender female, Lance. Listen to this. From school sports and treat them worse than others. Well, here's the problem. They're not hold on. They're not banning them from school sports. They can still play, but if they can just play in the women's side of sports. If they're a male being transgender as female, then they'll play in the male sports, and vice versa.
It is an unfair competitive advantage to be a male and walk into a school and say, I'm a guy, I'm a woman. You walk in the day of a track meet and you say, I'm a woman. I decided I'm a woman. I feel like a woman. I'm going to compete today in the track.
Do you feel like a woman, Lance?
No, I definitely don't feel like a woman.
I couldn't tell with those sensitive feelings earlier, but okay.
Nah, there's no thing. There's no whammy over here. At the end of the day, listen, you know the difference between a transgender woman and a regular woman? You know the difference, George?
Between a what?
Transgender woman and a regular woman.
A regular woman can get pregnant and have a baby.
Okay, it's the dick. It's the dick. That's the difference.
See,
it's the hormones. It's testosterone. That's the difference. Okay. The problem is that those hormones and the structure of a male is a distinct advantage. And I see these transgenders online, and they keep saying things like, "I don't understand why straight men don't want to date me. I'm a woman all the way around." No, I don't care whether you had your dick chopped off or you have a dick. Any real straight male is not going to be interested. So any of those guys out there that are dating trans women, they like guys. Just admit it. You like the dick. Okay.
Wait.
End of the story.
So I want to play hold on. I want to do the other clip because this is funny for us. It's shorter. But Justice Alito goes to the attorney and he goes, to decide if there's discrimination on the basis of sex, we need to define what sex is, right? I'm not going to say nothing. I just want you to listen to what this conversation goes. I'm going to play it, Lance.
Is it not necessary for there to be, for equal protection purposes, if that is challenged under the Equal Protection Clause, an understanding of what it means to be a boy or a girl or a man or a woman?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that definition? For equal protection purposes, what does it mean to be a boy or a girl or a man or a woman?
Sorry, I misunderstood your question. I think that the underlying enactment, whatever it was, the policy, the law, we'd have to have an understanding of how the state or the government was understanding that term to figure out whether or not someone was excluded. We do not have a definition for the court, and we don't take issue with we're not disputing the definition here. What we're saying is that the way it applies in practice is to exclude birth sex males categorically from women's teams, and that there's a subset of those birth sex males where it doesn't make sense to do so according to the state's own interest.
Well, how can a court determine whether there's discrimination on the basis of sex without knowing what sex means for equal protection purposes?
I think here we just know that we basically know that that they've identified pursuant to their own statute.
If you can't define what a woman or a man is, how can you say there's discrimination? He's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's brilliant.
But she doesn't want to answer the question. So instead, they dodge around. And they want to act like that the muscle structure, the bone structure, the hormonal structure of a male isn't a competitive advantage. Let's take it. You take so many of these confused people that decide they're a woman, and they were participating in men's sports, powerlifting, running, swimming, and they suck. They're literally getting their asses beat. They're like ranked 400 across the country and things like that. Then they decide tomorrow they're going to be a woman. So they go on puberty blockers, they grow their hair, they whatever they do, okay, whatever the process is. Let me finish. And then they go over to women's sports, and all of a sudden they're coming in first. You tell me how that's freaking fair to these female athletes. These female athletes are busting their asses for decades to get to top level sports. I don't care whether it's high school. They've been playing sports since they were kids. They're going from high school. They're going to college and universities. They've got full scholarships. They've done everything they can to become elite, top tier athletes. And then some jackass loser, some fuck stain, decides he's going to be a woman, and he goes over to female sports, and he just crushes everybody. What a total ridiculous system. And the fact that even this woman would go in and argue it, what a disservice she's doing to the women all over the country. That bitch, that attorney, she ought to lose her woman card.
You know what I would do? I would follow that attorney around, but even in a courthouse. And when she's got to go to the bathroom, I'd go in right behind her and see what she says. She's got a problem. But so what?
Hold on her and go, I'm a woman.
Lance, so what if you take a boy who doesn't take any puberty blockers, nothing, none of that stuff, and he just says, well, you know what? I feel like I'm a woman. I'm going to be a woman from now on. It says he's a transgender.
Yeah. Yeah. And then without any of the puberty blockers or anything, and he's just kicking ass. He's the #1 ranked athlete in any divisional sport. It doesn't matter what he plays, right? And here he is. Now he's kicking. What do I think of that? I think this is all garbage. You know what this is? This is a disservice to the country. This is the David Copperfield. It's the sleight of hand bullshit to keep us distracted with the idiocy of this.
Well, Justice Alito asked that same very question, what I just asked you, to the attorney, and listen to her response. This is a gotcha moment.
That has a boys, let's say, track team and a girls track team. The school has that. And a student who has the genes and the reproductive system of a male and had those at birth and has never taken puberty blockers, never taken female hormones, never had any gender altering or affirming surgery, says, nevertheless, I am a woman. That's who I am. Can the school say, no, you cannot participate on the girls' team?
So you're just a birth sex male who has all the advantages of birth sex male hormones, and can the school bar him from the women's team? Yes, they can.
But that person, is that person not a woman in your understanding? If the person says, I sincerely believe I am a woman, I am in fact a woman. Is that person not a woman?
I would respect their self-identity in addressing the person, but in terms of the statute, I think the question is, does that person have a sex-based biological advantage that's going to make it unfair for that person to be part of the women's team? And that's the rationale for the regulation, and so that's the way we would be testing that hypothetical.
Well, the reason I'm asking has to do with discrimination on the basis of transgender status. So what you seem to be saying is, yes, it is permissible for the school to discriminate on the basis of transgender status, because if this person is a trans woman, a trans girl, and is barred from the team, from the girls' team, then that person is being subjected to differential treatment based on transgender status, right?
Well, that would be, then the question would be whether it was, the scrutiny would be satisfied. So from our perspective, that would be a transgender classification.
So here's a question. I mean, the attorney's idiot. By the way, I didn't want to do anybody disservice. There's a clip of Kenjal, what's her name? Jackson Brown, the other SCOTUS, who just sounded Ketanji, who just sounded so stupid and idiotic, word salad, that I didn't want to put you guys through that. So here's a serious question, though. What happens, because there's people born hermaphrodites, I think, is that how you say it?
Yeah, hermaphrodite, correct. They have both sexual organs.
Where do they fall into this category? Because they're the ones that are truly born with both organs. And
there would be, in my opinion, a fair argument. There's a lot of confusion in that. So a hermaphrodite might physically be able to argue they are both a man and a woman, and that might be legitimate. That might be the one legitimate argument that falls outside of this. But when this falsehood, the fact that we even have to go to the Supreme Court to discuss this, shame on this woman. She deserves to have her woman card pulled, this attorney. What a jackass. And shame on all these people that brought these cases that were wasting the valuable time of our Supreme Court justices. So Alito's right. I don't even know how to react to this because this is just incredible stupidity. But anyway, got a special White House announcement, George. Donald Big J Trump. I wanted to make sure we play this for the audience. This just broke. So let's share it with them.
All right. It seems pretty cool.
The United States seized 1.9 million barrels of oil on December 10th.
We're going to keep it.
We're keeping it. Where's it? Are we going to sell it or put it in the strategic?
Maybe
oil
we'll sell
reserve?
it. Maybe we'll keep it. Maybe we'll use it in the strategic reserves. We're keeping it. We're keeping the ships also. Yeah, please.
Sir, have you spoken to American oil companies that have had their assets seized about what a post-Maduro
Yes.
Venezuela would mean for them, of what coming
I have.
back and restarting
All
operations?
the big ones, yeah. I have. Yeah, please.
All right.
All right. HUD just found out that the Biden admin, I love that, sent Minnesota over $84 million in ineligible assistance, including funds to over 500 dead tenants. Yep, Biden administration, more fraud. Are we ever going to arrest Joe? I mean, Sleepy Joe, the only thing he won't be able to stand trial because he's a retard now. But look, here, this is just more of the same. Democrats fought Doge. Well, no wonder they fought it because all the money laundering. They were going to lose their extra cheddar, their offshore bank account stuffings every month. Let's play the clip.
We have boots on the ground in Minnesota, and through our fraud prevention, we have found that there is likely over $84 million in ineligible assistance that was given to the state of Minnesota during the Biden administration, including almost $500,000 in improper assistance to over 500 dead tenants. And so you think about that, Tony, over $84 million of hardworking taxpayer money that was shelled out during the Biden administration in improper assistance and serving over 500 dead people with almost $500,000 of assistance. This is a lack of stewardship, it's gross negligence, but I'm grateful at this time that our team on the ground has found these improper payments, and we will hold those accountable that are responsible for this.
I got to say, smart guy's got to turn, but he does remind me and sounds like Hakeem Jeffries. I don't know why.
I just wish he'd loosen up a little bit on the microphone. There's something about him. It makes me uncomfortable.
Some people are not comfortable in front of the microphone, though.
You know, but man, come over to the Big Mig show, do a couple of interviews. We'll work
I ain't
with
got
you.
time to train him.
We'll get it down, bro. We'll get it down. We'll help him.
We get paid to train him?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not doing it unless I get paid, bro. No.
All right.
No more
Breaking
fucking
House
freebies.
Republicans just filed a new reconciliation bill banning illegals from obtaining a dime of taxpayer welfare. And that means any kind of welfare. And I think this is a great freaking idea because if you're going to come here and you're going to come here illegally, why should you get anything for free? Are you kidding me? That's the craziest thing. Go try to do that. Go illegally into any country in the world. Try to go do it in China. Try to do it in Europe. Try to do it in Mexico. And walk into the welfare office and say, oh, yeah, I'd like to get some free shit, free food. I want some rent money. I want some SNAP benefits. You aren't going to get jack shit except get arrested and be deported. So I don't know why we're giving these people anything for free. This is the craziest bunch of crap. More Biden BS. But let's go.
Now, Republicans in Congress can and must go it alone with the second reconciliation bill. And this RSC's framework is all about making life affordable again for the American people and putting the American worker first. It prevents illegal immigrants from obtaining all government handouts, cracks down on rampant fraud like the abuse and mess that we've seen in Democrat states like in Minnesota, and reforms funding so only citizens count when we're doling out federal funds to the states. Now, this is our moment to flip the script, restore balance for the American people, and put power back in your hands, not bureaucrats, foreign nationals, or illegal immigrants. This bill achieves more conservative wins for House Republicans. It codifies President Trump's executive orders and slashes even more wasteful spending. My colleagues and I didn't run for office to continue the status quo. We understand that business as usual will put our country out of business. We were elected to help President Trump make America great again. And with Reconciliation 2.0 in this framework, we take another giant step towards that. And with that, I am proud.
And with that, I'm proud. Sounds good. Now we just got to get everybody to pass it. House and Senate.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Tell me,
you know, got so many damn rhinos. I think it's a great idea. I think giving away money to somebody that came in illegally, it's one thing if they come here legally and they need some help to get started. That I get, especially if you brought in a doctor or you brought in an engineer, you brought in a programmer, you brought in an AI expert, you brought in a nuclear physicist. Hell yeah, because I want to give them some help. I want them here. That's what the Chinese import. You want to try to get into one of these other countries, you better bring yourself a serious PhD and a serious area of expertise, because they're not just bringing in a bunch of assholes like Biden's did.
All right, tell me this wow factor, bro.
Now this is interesting. Okay, so for everybody out there, this is Koenigsegg is how it's pronounced. This is wow. These guys have developed, and you're looking at it right there, and that motor is called dark matter. So this is a hypercar company. Koenigsegg makes these crazy hypercars. We're going to show you one of them, but they make all kinds of them, very expensive, $1 million to $7 million to like $4 million on the resale market. They bring a ton of money, extremely fast, extremely over the top. They developed this electric motor and they're calling it dark matter, and it produces, listen to this, 800 horsepower. Okay, and 1,250 Nm of torque. And guess how much it weighs? Now, I know the audience doesn't know. George, you know, but so I'm not going to ask you. That engine will fit in a backpack. Weighs 86 pounds. They have developed some kind of new innovative raxial flux design, of course, very proprietary. And it's specifically is going to be integrated into this production spec Koenigsegg Gemara, which is a hybrid hypercar. It's a 4-seater. It powers the front axle alongside a rear-mounted twin-turbo V8 engine. I have no idea how much speed this is going to add to this car. I really don't. I can't even wrap my head around it. But it still has a motor. So I learned that just in the last hour. I didn't know that. I thought they were going to just run it with the electric motor. But it's like a boost motor. I don't know if you can not run it with the gas motor. I'm not sure I understand all of it. But this car is full carbon fiber construction. And it basically has a 6-phase electrical setup instead of a standard 3-phase for smoother torque, more power to wheel. They're saying the max RPMs are 8,500 RPMs on this car. The crazy part is this engine. I can't imagine how many car heads would love to get their hands on one of these motors. I have no idea the cost. George, you told me you think this is going to cost $1.7 million. Is that right?
Well, the cars range from anywhere from like, let's say 1.7 to like 5 million.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
You would think so. If
It's
that
crazy.
engine is that small, right? And it's electric engine, whatever,
Yeah.
runs off electric. So is it it shouldn't use that much of the battery life, right?
I assume not.
So
but
why not scale down that engine for cars that don't need to have much horsepower, your everyday cars for people, and start putting them in cars? And I mean, I wonder what Elon Musk thinks about this.
I don't know. But this is when engineering, I believe, meets AI. And I think over the next 10 years, we're going to see innovations we never expected. I mean, we heard about these new weapons the U.S. government's using, and I can't imagine the weapons that AI could be potentially designing right at this moment.
Can you imagine?
Probably very frightening.
Can you imagine AI that comes up with the cures for diseases?
Yeah, doctors could be phased out. Is that what you're saying?
Big pharma could be phased out.
I want to
Use
tell you
natural
something.
stuff.
People are already talking about that. They're
I
saying
know.
that if you ask AI certain questions for alternative medicine, let's say you have stage 4 cancer and you ask about alternative medicine, it's incredible the details are giving. Now, of course, they disclaim it and they say, talk to your own doctor. But I think when they pull off the guardrails or they pull off the training wheels on AI and they stop some of the limits, sky's probably the limit. I hope we're around long enough to see it all. That's what I hope for myself. All right, listen, if you love the show, you know what to do. Thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe. Take the short form, take the long form. Share the Big Mig Show far and wide, baby. No goobers. No goobers on this show, only people that hold their man card. The men and women of this show, first of all, thank you guys for tuning in today. We know your time's valuable. It's the most valuable commodity you have, and you just shared it with us. So we love you guys. We love our mods. We love our subscribers. And if you could throw us a Rumble Rant tip on the way out the door, what the hell? Throw us a tip. If you got a good couple of laughs If you enjoyed the show, it's a great way to thank us because George has always got his eyes on new equipment, new software, new something, always trying to take us to the next level. It's what he does. And, you know, it is what it is, man. We got to keep going. And remember, go back and watch that 7 a.m. Crypto Power Hour. And if you're not following the Crypto Power Hour, you're making a mistake. Hit notifications on social media for the Crypto Power Hour, Solom Global, G. Ballantine, Lance Migliaccio, and the Big Mig Show. George, last words, my brother.
I don't know. It's hump week. Have a blessed day. Stay safe out there. If you're going to be out in Minnesota, Minneapolis, be very careful. Don't do it. Just stay home or stay away. All right, we'll catch you guys tomorrow morning at 11. Peace. Love you guys.
I might have to let it drop. Said gotta do it hella big, had to put it back again, like said had to put it hella big, had to put it.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA. The future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.